Big dreams, money minded, all the fame and the riches. Will never leave me blinded. I was wrong, guys. I was wrong. Simple as that. My prediction, all my Dricus defending, Diddy P defending, out of the window. Diddy P got absolutely harassed. He got touched in there. He got assaulted. He got punished by Chimaev, bro. I felt like I was watching 25 minutes of, you know what I'm saying? guys, this is okay. Let me just. I want to apologize, to Chimaev. I heavily underrated Chimaev. He is the best grappler in UFC history by far. He makes Khabib look like fucking amateur. He makes him look like a white belt. Okay, Khamzat is the best wrestler the UFC's probably ever seen, and he's probably got the best grappling the UFC's ever seen as well. His top pressure, his takedowns, his back takes, submissions. Although submissions weren't really his thing here, he didn't go for many submissions at all during this fight. However, just the top pressure, the back takes, the control. This was more of a wrestling display than a jiu-jitsu display or submissions display from Chimaev. But his wrestling is top tier. Once he grabs a hold of you, it's truly over. And doing that to people like Kevin Holland is one thing, but he's done it to Dricus Duplessis, a massive middleweight, a very good grappler in his own right. Also, I thought, but I'm really reconsidering things. Yeah, it's not it's not looking good, man. I defended Dricus to the moon and back. I put out every reason why I thought he'd win, and it didn't end up happening, which is fair enough. But Chimaev fucking bombed him, bro. Chimaev bombed him. It's crazy. Khamzat went in there, I think in the first 20 seconds, took him down. I'm going to make a whole breakdown video to that as well. And yeah, this is abysmal from Dricus. The first round, I thought, okay, fair, as expected. The second round, I thought, okay, it's fine. As soon as the third started, I thought, this is where Drick picks up steam. This is where my South African killer picks up steam. And it never came. Round 4 happened, it never came. Round 5, I thought something different happened. He threw a couple strikes. This might have been one of the most dominant performances in UFC history. This is like a Usman v Woodley type performance, And Khamzat really didn't need the first round sub like everyone was saying. It was just pure might. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Yeah, this was not my best prediction. Can you really blame me though? You can't really blame me. Seeing him struggle for striking against so many welterweights, and Dricus being the striker that he is, I thought Dricus would outstrike him. Also, Khamzat has slowed down in virtually every fight in the past, so you can't really blame me. But I am wrong, I am very wrong in saying that as well. This is what a 50-39 performance from Khamzat. He had a beautiful game plan. He didn't expend too much energy. He went out there, got control, and as soon as Khamzat's on your back or he's on control, you stand no chance. Dricus, he couldn't have done any more really. He wasn't so skilled. So what's next for Khamzat? I guess there's a few options. You got Rainier the Ritter and B-Tech Dricus, who I know I'm gonna sound crazy saying this, but I think he has a chance. I think he has a better chance than Dricus, purely because of his grappling, purely because of the jiu-jitsu. But even then, I can see Khamzat just holding him down for 5 rounds straight. Dricus not having Rainier not having an answer for the wrestling. It's not great. It's not great at all. And the thing about this was meant to be fight of the year. This was meant to be Islam Taporia levels of hype, and it was. The build up, going into it, the face off at the start. Dricus, the gaslighting lord. He gaslit me, bro. That's the only excuse I have. I got gaslit. I got gaslit into thinking Dricus would win. I got gaslit into thinking he'd stuff the takedowns from round 3 onwards, knock him out round 4, but Khamzat is different breed by far, and it's not even close. Best wrestler in UFC, best grappler in UFC history, and it's not even close. Put him pound for pound number 4 after this, because Dricus is such an elite win. His resume, you know, Lucas Tracy's going to be on that GOAT debate, which he should be. Bobby Knuckles, Kamaru Usman, and Dricus du Plessis is a stellar resume. Stellar. And, you know, Usman has some asterisks, but even then, how good is Usman, by the way? Can we just give Usman his flowers? If this is happening to Drick, Usman is some different breed, man. Short notice, weight class up, 10 days, and he's still putting a better performance than the middleweight GOAT, so-called. You know, I think Dricus was well on his way to becoming middleweight GOAT. I think he already was the GOAT before this, but I think we have a new GOAT, and I don't see anybody stopping Chimaev, to be honest. Abysmal from Dricus. This wasn't, again, not abysmal like that, but he couldn't have done better, to be fair to me. He did do as much as he could, but, you know, he's just not on the level of Khamzat Chimaev, and that showed today. You know, I'm going to be making a full breakdown on how Chimaev systematically beat Dricus and the full card as well.